Let's dive into New York Tilemakers, based in Long Island City, where creativity and craftsmanship come together to bring your design ideas to life. Specializing in custom tiles, New York Tilemakers works closely with architects, designers, and homeowners to create unique, handcrafted pieces that elevate any space. From intricate patterns to bold, modern designs, each tile is made with care and precision, ensuring the highest quality. With a passion for innovation and detail, owner Andru Eron is dedicated to transforming visions into reality. Join us as he takes us behind the scenes to discover the artistry and expertise that NY Tilemakers, a trusted partner in the world of specialty tile design.
I'm James Webster, and this is Owners and Operators.
So, Andrew, again, thank you for welcoming us into New York Tilemakers. As I was mentioning before we started recording here, I like to get into different types of businesses. Yeah. Businesses that aren't your common, nothing wrong with a pizza store or a restaurant. When I can get into any type of manufacturing business or a business like this, it just makes it for that much more of an interesting video, I feel. Why don't you give us a 30-second New York Tilemakers and where we are and what is it that you guys do?
I guess the origin story is that I've been doing construction for 20 years or more. Got tired of making improvements to other people's property and things like that. Wasn't using my art school background at all. And so the notion of starting a art tile business was a way to use connections from construction from all those years, and then also for doing some thinking. Yeah. And then the real part that I thought was a major advantage was that somebody can fall in love with the design, order whatever, hundreds, and then we just drop the box off, and then everything happens on site. That's somebody else's problem. Because I think that was the thing about being in construction for years and years. You worry about the dusts, you worry about the safety, and so this was a way to kind of have a foot in both worlds.
Sure.
And then it seemed silly to be not really doing some art stuff, some design stuff regularly, because the construction, it's exhausting. So it was a way to do a reinvention, I guess.
That's my background. My father's been in construction for 42 years. So growing up, I was on job sites all the time. Yeah.
The trap is when you're busy, you're making good money. So by trap, I mean you're never desperate enough to invent a way out of it.
Sure.
But then after a while, of course, it's wear and tear on your body and other things too. I definitely knew that I would be able to call some people up and say, you do stuff, you do work for clients, whatever. Here's some designs, could maybe be used or commission us or whatever. The mural work and what's keeping us the most busy lately, public art and mural work, that was not something I expected to do.
What was your expectation?
To make art tiles that fit into a grid that somebody could put on their wall.
Got it.
Backsplash, something like that.
Do you offer any installation?
We had to. So for the public artwork, we had to learn that. OSHA certifications and the other things that are required. Because the big installation firms, union companies, for instance, that only do tiles, they don't really want to do handmade. The tiles are fussy. There's a million different shapes. The process of installing and maybe the materials used are very different, and they want to cover a lot of ground and do 400 square foot a minute or whatever, and so this is all very different. So we had to kind of learn that to offer that in order to get the commissions to begin with.
To do the project, to get the project.
To get the, yes.
Yeah, that
job.
Makes sense. Do you enjoy that side of the business?
I mean, it's satisfying. You do see stuff happen every day. That's one of the benefits of being kind of at this within this realm, because it can be frustrating when you're on a job for weeks and weeks and you kind of see only incremental changes we have to install in maybe 4 days, 5 days. But it's nice to really see things changing in a hurry.
Seeing it coming together like that.
And it's a blank wall when you come in, and it's a original art when you leave, so that's nice.
Who does the designs?
So for the public art so far, except for the piece across the street, but that is artists that win open calls. Let's say hundreds of artists throughout the country might apply to an open call for a work at a specific location, and then there's finalists, and then finally there's a winner.
Got it.
So in each of the cases for mosaic murals, they have won those open calls, and they commission us to make it because they're maybe painters or printmakers or whatever else, and they wouldn't have this skill and they wouldn't have this equipment.
The ability to do that. So they'll come to you, hey, this is my piece, my art piece.
Yeah.
And we're looking to do this in this location in approximately this size, and then
Well, it has to be exact size, but yes, so that because it's architect, whatever would provide the niche that they're allowed to put in their work. And so, yes, all that is very specific.
Got it.
We would work from a printout so we know what shapes to make. And then we also have to coach them about glazing. Glaze colors are much more limited than acrylic paint colors or something else they might be used to, or inks or something. So we have to steer them the right way about stuff like that.
Sure, making sure everything's...
It's a whole other field. I mean, this is an organic product.
Yeah.
And so, yes, we do have to, as best as possible, make their work into something permanent that's mosaics.
So then you take their work, you've got the dimensions, and you have to come up with the individual tiles that are going to go together to make this this mural, this piece on the wall.
So we're in that sense, that's the fabricating part of it.
And that's really one-off.
Oh, yes.
These are one-off pieces here.
Yes. So that's why I say such a change from what I thought we were going to do, which was make hundreds of my designs that are all kind of the same or similar, to being sometimes thousands of pieces that are all different. So yeah.
And then how do you make a design like this, like an imprint into it, or even this?
So for the art tiles, we, I know there's an example over there. We use either neoprene or a silicone mold to press into the moist clay into, and that's the way we can do multiples.
Sure.
And they're handmade, but there's still also some consistency, so it's a good balance.
And then I got another piece like this is all hand painted, correct?
That's a different one. That's paint, and yes, that is hand painted. Just to have it's a tile made in the same exact way, but instead of glazing, decided to do some experiments because, like I say, much more variety of colors and finishes, sheens and things with paint.
Got it.
So those are very much one of a kind.
So after the design phase, after you have everything all set, what's the process to manufacture? And you're not doing it, as we were just stating, it's not in the mass production style. So this is, could be one-offs, some duplication within the piece.
Sometimes the artists have sympathy for us, and they figure out modules. There still would be many pieces in it, but there would be maybe sections that are repeatable because we don't mind like making 5,000 pieces or something like that. But sometimes they come to us and they don't have enough time really to do every piece like bespoke. So yes, they could try to do that because most of the art, I think they have to give us digital files, at least to start working with.
That makes sense.
And so there'll be a moment where all these tables are pushed together and they're completely covered by tiles that are drying or waiting to go into kiln or something like that. And all made by hand here. And we have to come up with a coding system for the back of each tile so we know what goes where.
Where to place it.
And we have to take into consideration the shrinkage of the clay, and so that's where the digital files and printouts and things that they provide for us comes in.
And is most of the material, are they clay tiles?
These are all earthenware for the most part. Exterior murals or something that would be in a location that doesn't have climate control would be stoneware.
So that can be outside. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Andru, thank you for having us here today. Really appreciate this.
Nice to meet you all, giant video crew, and James.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That's a wrap for today's journey at NY Tilemakers. We hope you found some inspiration in the creativity and craftsmanship that goes into each unique tile. To stay updated on more amazing local businesses, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for future features. If you or someone you know is interested in showcasing their business, drop a comment below or reach out to us directly. Your support helps us celebrate the incredible talents in our community. Thanks for tuning in, and we can't wait to see you next time.